Do you want to talk about this Game of Thrones video?
Yeah, please.
Well,
Actually show me because I'm...
House of Dragon ends tomorrow.
Oh, of course. Which I've been enjoying this season, must I add. Really?
No, I like it.
You're farting on it?
No, I like it. I like it. I like it. It's good. It's no Game of Thrones, though.
That we can agree on. Sure. I agree with that.
But I guess, I think Game of Thrones was about all the different houses, but I think this one, it is called the House of Dragons, so it's like,
True.
it is...
It's more about the downfall of the one house, yeah.
It does kind of say what it is on the tin, so I can't really give it shit for that. It's like I'm watching Better Call Saul and I'm like, where's Walt and Jesse, you know?
Yeah, no, you can't. Yeah, where's Daenerys?
I would be a fool. I would be a fool to say that about the wickedly talented Better Call Saul. But this video was another one I found on Instagram. I think I found it on Monday night as well, or maybe Tuesday.
Right.
This is a advert going around, and I know you love your adverts.
Yes, of course I do.
I know you love your ads.
Oh yeah, baby.
And yes, it has. Did you see which Game of Thrones actor was in it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. So, and I'm pretty sure. sure.
Is it? We'll see in a second. So
I'm pretty sure they're like in a new HBO show at the moment.
Okay.
So, but we do know these very rich people still do adverts. So
of course, and I will say, before we get into it, one thing that frustrates me about House of the Dragon, which is not even something with the show, it's that there's this weird thing where it's like, I'm glad that House of the Dragon is good and I'm enjoying it. And I do feel like it kind of has redeemed the awful ending of Game of Thrones a little bit in terms of like, when Game of Thrones ended, I wasn't sure if I wanted to even watch another Game of Thrones show. You know what I mean? But House of Dragon is at least, I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. I still think that it doesn't make the ending of Game of Thrones not shit. Like, it still sucks. But it's kind of rehabilitated the Game of Thrones franchise a little bit. And the only thing that frustrates me about that is that, like, it means they can go back and almost rehab different, like, characters or storylines from the original show to do... I don't know all the details about this game, but, like, if they're going to do a game or to do, like... spin-off little books or I don't know. And I just think that's a little bit shit.
The Game of Thrones final has like a 4 on IMDb. That got like reviewed bombs.
It's
like,
so what's the word? Fitting.
it really is like, I don't think there's ever been like a show that has had a bigger fall from grace ever. Because even in its final series, it's like you're either watching Game of Thrones or you're not. Like,
absolutely.
It was like an event. Everyone was watching it. Everyone was talking about it.
The only thing I could compare,
it was a phenomenon,
Yeah, there are two shows that I can think of. One doesn't really make sense. Is like The Sopranos. To me, may have kind of had that, but only more so just because it went off the air. Like, not really because it was
Sundays.
Yeah, exactly. I think more so because The Sopranos went off the air, it might have had that effect. But Dexter, I heard, also kind of fell off pretty hard.
Didn't they just do a new reboot?
They're doing a young Dexter now and an old Dexter.
Yeah,
I think.
they did a new series with the original Dexter, and apparently that sucked too. So it's like they can't even.
Yes.
So they did another series to make the final better.
They had their House of Dragon chance and they fucked that up too.
And they did that, yeah. And apparently that also was like really bad. I mean, I don't know. I don't watch it. I don't.
Well, do you want to show me this?
I would love to.
This advert. Let's get off Cheese Hill.
By the way, can I just say before we watch this advert, it's like ridiculously long. It's like a minute 30. I did notice. It's also too long. I think because they got a really big actor in it from Game of Thrones. I think you can probably guess from his head.
Is the audio? I didn't check the audio. Do you know if it's copyrighted or?
It's funny you say that, actually.
Oh, wrong one.
I think they do play the Game of Thrones theme, but I think it'll be fine. I think
do we need any of the audio or? Can I put it? I'll put it way down. And if they speak, I'll put it back up.
I think you do need the audio, but it's near the end.
Okay, all right.
I think you're good for the first minute.
Thank you for bearing with us.
No worries. True. So I forgot you didn't watch it. Of course, that makes sense. All right.
All right. Let's jump right into it.
Welcome, Mr. Harrington.
I'm ready
Whoa!
to forge my own destiny. I've composed my strategy,
What?
refined my tactics.
Oh my god! I actually did not. I thought it was Rhaenyra. I would thought it was the
Oh,
girl from.
You thought you didn't know it was Mr. Kit Harrington
No.
from
Jon
Game of
Snow?
Thrones.
Wow, he's looking very. Oh, that's heavy makeup. I don't mean that in a mean way. It's very like ad. Looks like he's doing like a men's jewelry
I'm
ad
pretty
or something.
sure he's in like a new show at the moment.
I could be wrong, but aren't they
Mr.
working on a
Harrington.
Jon Snow spin-off?
Didn't they can that?
I think they canned a different spin-off.
They've canned they've canned two.
Yeah, which is pretty crazy. That
Nah,
it shows that they know they can't fuck it up again, like Game of Thrones.
They were
original.
planning on doing one. I think they have now decided to
So I see
Cut
they were like so maybe instead of a TV show, we do a mobile game.
Dude, so like
John's like, can we just fulfill some of my contract?
You've
They're
kind
like,
of
"All
started
right."
this thing in me where I have to like I can't not watch these like adverts anymore with like big people in it and not be a bit cringe.
It's almost it's so intriguing. You kind of
Cringeworthy,
gotta
you know?
follow through. Oh god, let's see what John has for us.
I've composed my strategy, refined my tactics. I'll solve every puzzle, overcome every challenge to defeat the deadliest threat we've ever faced. The long night.
What? Wait, what? Hold on,
Some of my
me,
banners.
So,
let me
it's-
pause that because
it's characters Yeah, so I think
what is this?
it's the what's it called? The White Walkers and the
No, I know.
what's
but
it called? The Night
first
King.
of all, and I'm not saying that it's gone woke, but I don't remember any lady White Walkers.
no,
And I don't mean that. I'm not saying
Oh,
they can't
dear.
make them girls. I'm just saying
Oh boy.
this character has nothing to do with the original series.
Well, no, I think what they're trying to do is like, my biggest enemy, and they're being played by like an old woman's on her phone playing the new Game of Thrones
Oh,
game.
I see.
I could be wrong. I think they're like,
It's a metaphor.
yeah, even
Okay.
this old woman who's playing can still be like, she's really like, she's used her tactics so well. She's
Brilliant.
It's like, a little old lady. She can't be good at games. Yes, she can. She's actually
Think again, son.
She's the Night King.
Think again.
So,
pal.
yeah.
She's the Night Queen.
The Night Queen. Pardon me. I do
misogynist
apologize.
loser.
Yeah, sorry, folks.
Let's see. God.
To defeat the deadliest threat we've ever faced. The long night.
Right. Okay. Which makes sense.
It's
the
such
winter.
a long advert, but it's so
worried
funny.
for the
Like they're
winter.
talking about the deadliest thing we've ever faced, and then like in the final series, it's like literally like one battle and then they win.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So it's like I don't know.
Winter didn't end up being all that crazy
No.
in the end.
No.
I'll summon my banners. Altogether the greatest.
Was that Arya?
And then look, so it's like it's
And that's Rhaenyra.
Yeah, it's House of Dragon characters as well. It's so odd. Like he's not even from that
Yeah.
show's set 200 years in the past. For
Okay.
his time. It's odd.
Is he
Yeah.
a time traveler in this?
I don't know. It's like I'm gonna get together the biggest squad.
All right.
Heroes of
House of
Westeros to
Dragon
fight for
characters.
Wait. Let's see. Yeah. Let's see.
my house.
Who was that? Do we know who that was?
I don't know.
Okay. Maybe that was like you make your own.
Yes, that's a good point. Make your own. Yeah, become your own Game of Thrones character.
Oh God. Jesus.
Or
I must choose my champions wisely. Empower them with legendary weapons and
I know, it's just so cringe. I can't believe it.
What the? This
And
is
it's-
insane.
It's so long as well.
Oh, he's
It's literally-
reading
It's
the
like a minute and a half.
fucking. I hate this. Like when you see a YouTuber do a mobile game ad or an actor, and they read these ultra specific like.
Get your steel
Details.
claymore.
And it's like you don't know what you're even saying. Like
I just got an extra 300 coins from using this steel claymore and my small axe. It's
wow,
like, well,
good on you, John.
thank you, sir.
armor. Forge strong alliances and lead my house to victory. Whatever it
Right,
takes.
there you go. It's like
Wow.
Sir Kristen as well. So it's another House of Dragon character.
So wait. But let me just.
Yeah, she's peeking at his.
First of all, hilarious that they do that. Like, is she gonna see what he's doing?
Yeah.
Second of all,
she's peeking.
is part of this game literally like a Candy Crush?
Yeah, it's like
simulator?
I don't even know what. I think it's just like
What?
I think it's just like gems and like
What?
Yeah, it's so yeah.
Jon Snow is doing a Candy Crush game? Like, what the fuck?
It's just Candy Crush with Game of Thrones slapped on it.
Yeah, it's just exactly. It's a cheap, shitty. This is not. Is this canon?
It must be because obviously Sir Kristen was around in the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, true. The red woman you see from the original.
I know.
Yeah.
It's so exactly.
going on?
Like, it's the crossover, man. It's the biggest crossover in Game of Thrones history.
God,
So funny. So bizarre.
my apologies.
Do.
I forgot to put the laptop on charge, so I'm just gonna.
Oh no!
We're okay. I just
What's
don't
going
want us
on?
to run out of juice, folks.
There was
Here we go.
As I went to find-
Thank you for the.
It's funny because I went to find the elevator music, and by the time I didn't find it,
Yeah, it's on number 7. You got to remember.
it was already done.
My apologies, folks. Back to the video.
Back to the video.
Whatever it takes, through fire and blood.
You know that is the I believe that's the name of the book that House of Dragon is based on.
Do you also see that his name is Don't Call Me John? Do you get it? Because
Wow. Wow.
he's actually John.
And I don't know if this is the character
That's from she's from
Viserys'
House.
sister or whatever.
Isn't
Yeah.
she from House of Dragon too?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
Don't call me John. Okay.
Great. So he is playing Kit Harrington in this.
He is Kit Harrington playing the Game of Thrones. Yeah, because the woman at the beginning is like Mr. Harrington.
Yes. So he's like, you know what? I haven't played John in a few years. Don't call me John.
They cancelled the spin-off. I'm not going to be playing him again, it seems.
So best I can do is play him on my phone.
Best I can do is accept money from these clowns.
Woof. Okay.
You know nothing.
No, don't.
What?
Don't do it.
I was just gonna say.
Well, don't say it.
How often do you reckon he has to deal with that? He's like, please, for the love of God.
Oh, don't you just love it, Dan?
Why would they?
Don't
it's
you
so
just
cringe to
love
just
it?
bring it up? They're not even
Don't
making.
you just love it?
They're not making an original joke.
Say the line.
They're doing the same lame joke, but then also joking about how it's lame. It's like, guys.
Don't say it.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Jesus Christ.
Don't you just love it, Dan? I knew you'd love this. This is so
And even right here, we have Daenerys with a young Rhaenyra. These characters live 200 years apart from each other.
Do you get it, folks?
Is this a time traveling game? Is this lore?
Is this that Doctor Who Star Trek
Chat, is
game
this
that's
real?
coming out? Chat, can you tell me if this is the Doctor Who
Doctor
Star
Who.
Trek game?
Oh my God. Yeah, well, actually, now they've got a mobile game. Who knows? Anything could happen.
Yeah, clip it, chat.
Do you know some things?
Oh, there you go. There's the...
Dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, dun, dun.
I do know some things. I think if we just talk over it...
Bob Dracarys.
Dracarys. Do you get it, folks?
I can cut the audio from.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
The guy's like, yeah.
My man. This
I like that.
This is all happening at like a bar. Everyone's just playing this game at
just
the bar. Because
Wow.
what else would you do at a bar other than play the Game of Thrones game?
Yeah. Chat about the Game of Thrones game and all the fun you can
And
have.
play it. And even the bartenders get into it. He's like, yeah.
Yeah, he loves it.
You just
Who
smoked
were
her.
you summoned to fight for your house? Game of Thrones Legends. Download now.
Wow.
And there's a bit at the end which is,
Oh.
oh, it's just so, oh, baby.
Okay, wait. We didn't catch that last bit.
Fight for your house.
Let's see.
The king in the north.
Yep.
Great. The King in the North. Fantastic.
Do you get it?
Yeah, I do. I do get it. It's a reference to Game of Thrones.
Very. It's first of all, it's super. It's like super long. It's like a minute and a half.
Yeah.
So the first one that I saw was a really. It was like a quick 15-second one, and I was like, "Oh, surely they didn't get Kit Harington back just for a 15-second ad." So I went to the actual account on Instagram, and I found that one. It's like a minute and a half. It's a long.
It's weird. Yeah, I find that they do that with those ads. They do like
I
a
kind
long
of
cut.
literally see myself as a big star.
Yeah, and then they do shorter cuts for like social media and stuff. It's just so.
So your thoughts on that?
The fuck is this shit?
I think it's just sad, really. I mean, I get that he has to. I get he's doing it for a bag, but it's like even in the ad, they're joking about the fact that
$900 dues.
yeah, he probably got paid a fat bag, and that's great. But literally in the ad, they joke that he's like haunted by this character and by these catchphrases.
Don't say
And
it.
It's like, yeah, they're joking about it, but like this ad is an example of that. You've been haunted by this character that you're being dragged onto the set.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
And being dragged onto a set. He's being dragged onto a set to do, you know, references to a show he worked on like fucking over 5 years ago. Like it's just, it's sad.
It's
sad.
funny. It's like, is Game of Thrones hype still there where like people are going to want to play this game purely because it's Game of Thrones and you can play as like Arya Stark and Jon Snow? I don't know. Do people
are genocidal, crazy war criminals? So I think we should all enjoy seeing how they die.
Yeah.
I don't think you've been able to play that yet.
I know. I just thought it was the perfect
That is the
chance.
perfect time. That is the perfect time.
Oh God, I knew it. You know,
It's
I knew we had
it's that
to.
Game of Thrones. It's like I know House of Dragon has been good, but like is the hype still there? I don't hear like people talking about House of Dragon anywhere near as much as I hear them talking about Game of Thrones. So I don't know.
Game of Thrones at its peak, I think, was
That's just my opinion.
that was a phenomenon that I don't think has necessarily been recreated. Maybe like on a smaller scale for like shows like White Lotus or things like that, where like people talk about it, but they talk about it when it airs, you know? Game of Thrones, I feel like dominated the culture kind of throughout the year, you know?
Yeah, well, yeah, White Lotus is so dope. Though I keep campaigning for people to watch that show because I don't know anyone who watches it, and I only watched it this year, and it's so great. Like it's the most I've enjoyed a show in like a hot minute.
Oh yeah, no, it's a great time.
Both series are like so good, and I'm super excited for the third series with what's his name, Walton Goggins.
Yeah,
Goggins,
Mr. Goggins. I do love that guy. He was great in that Fallout show. You know,
Righteous Gemstones.
yeah, he's great in that. He is great in that actually.
another HBO.
Another HBO W, baby.
Righteous Gemstones. Yeah, that might be on the list soon. I don't know.
Succulent.
What was that?
Succulent.
Chocolate.
Succulent.
You know, since we turned down the
Succulent.
soundbite so it doesn't echo on the show, I can't really hear them anymore.
We can bust them up a little. I was thinking that too. You know, we're just finding the sweet spot.
I know it's the sweet. It is exactly right. It's
It's got to be loud enough for us to hear it, but not for the mics to hear it.
It's the sweet spot.
Let's try it one more time.
Succulent.
It's definitely.
it?
I can definitely catch it a bit more now.
Okay, all right. Well, there we go. You know,
I kind of literally see myself as a big star.
exactly.
Some are louder
Exactly.
than others, and that just happens. Are we going to the pub now?